If I may believe, my brothers and sisters, all of the stories that is being told about the dragon gods, all of the dragon gods should be dead. So let me start with my dragon god or goddess, Tiamat. Tiamat was being slain by, according to the stories, after slain by Marduk. If I am correct, yes, Marduk by a just god. That is how she is described. As she is actually hunted by Marduk, as eventually he split her in two and put her on this earth where eventually she grows further. So actually it is being said that Tiamat was slain by Marduk, by a jealous god from Babylonia. Yeah, Tiamat, but how come that I can still feel her? Am I just imagining myself this? How come that the stories say that Tiamat is dead? That Tiamat, the creator of all things, is dead, and yet I can still feel her. That is strange about this story. You know, Fafnir is actually the same. Fafnir was killed by Siegfried, and Fafnir was actually dead forever. You know, dead. There is nothing left of Fafnir. Yet I can continuously hear the stories from people that can still feel Fafnir. Fafnir introduced himself to them. Tiamat introduced himself to me, and all of us actually. All of us, you know, sometimes we don't meet our dragon gods just yet, but we all have dragon gods that are very close to us, gods that is being worshipped once by humans, but now are actually being demonized. Quetzalcoatl, just the same. He was banished to the pits of the void, and in the pits of the void, Quetzalcoatl was being punished from other gods. Punished that he will no longer roam the earth. Yet he was the god of compassion, the god of air, the god of the element of air. He was an elemental god. He was very close to the earth, and we needed him in order to survive. There is still air to this day. So is actually Quetzalcoatl dead? Is he gone? Is he indeed in the pits of the void, that like the stories are saying? And why is he actually being sent there? Because yeah, all of three, you know, Fafnir is being killed because a human wanted the gold, and Tiamat and Quetzalcoatl by actually jealousy just. And then last but not least, Leviathan. Leviathan is being said to be the dark half of God, and the dark half of God is actually very much like it. A lot of people actually see him as a part of Yahweh, the Christian God, but in fact, yeah, what we all learn from the Christian God is that he's not dark. But I can understand where this is actually coming from. Very much actually easy. Because yeah, in the stories of the Bible, Yahweh split himself in two. There was the light side and the dark side, and eventually the light side decided to kill the dark side to never return. Actually, that is what the story said. And actually, I don't care about Yahweh. I don't care about Christian things anymore. I actually never did. But I very much believe in Leviathan. Whatever the story is saying, it is not true. Is he a part of Yahweh? Actually, I don't think so. I don't believe that. And that is yeah. In all of these stories, all of the dragon gods die. All of them. So why can we still feel them? And what is their true story? What is their true story? What happened? Actually, I can always say that all of the four elemental dragon gods all of them are one with the elements. So elements don't die. Elements cannot die. Have you ever seen just an element die? I mean, for air of course can lay down, but air still continues to be here. Fire, water, air, earth, all of them are. That is why I say to people, very religious people, I say to them, what is actually, what is a god? What is a god? A god is eternal. The god cannot die. So what cannot die? What is what you need every single day to survive? Because you are made out of it. What is it? All of the four elements. If one element separates from each other, is gone, then you will eventually be gone too. And that is what the dragon gods are. The dragon gods are one with the elements. So the elements don't die. They are the elements. They are just manifesting in the form of a dragon. So whenever the stories are saying that they are dead, that they are going to be killed by other gods, actually, you should know one thing. Gods don't die. They cannot die. They actually cannot die. You know why? Because God is not a guy in a cloud. God is not a guy in hell. God is not just there. I've seen, yeah, God in a dragon face. She actually manifests with a dragon face, and all of the dragon gods do. And they are all being worshipped one day. All of them being worshipped. But then the stories changed over and over again to let themselves be demonized. But yeah, like I said, if we should believe 100% the story of the dragon gods, we should actually believe that the dragon gods are gone. The dragon gods are dead. No, no more dragon gods. So stop worshipping the dragon gods. But I do not believe that. I've been visited by the dragon goddess. I've been, and this, but I cannot say this to everyone because not everyone will believe me. This is actually my story, my personal story, that I can see and feel and connect with Tiamat, the dragon goddess. And all of the other dragon gods as well. I just need to focus on them, and I just can connect with them. And that is what draconic Wicca is, connection with the dragon gods that's supposed to be dead. The dragon, gods don't die. They don't die. Whenever the gods die, I can say that lesser gods, like Yahweh actually, should die if no one cares about him, because he's actually the one that demands worship, demands that you look at him, demands that you just bow down. But I don't feel that from the dragon gods. The dragon gods do not demand us, which means that they already have the power. If you pray for a god, then you give energy to them. But the dragon gods do not ask that. The dragon gods do just ask for connection with them, but not to donate energy to them, because they are already all powerful. And all powerful beings do not die. So there is something wrong in this story. Something wrong in the story of the dragon gods. Because yeah, a lot of people actually that I connect with, they also have connection with the dragon gods. And throughout all of history of humanity, there are a lot of people that could feel the dragon gods, all of them, and sometimes just one of them. I'd just like to mention, the first dragon god that approaches you, and you recognize the dragon god as fire, water, earth, or air, or how they are called by their name, then this is how your dragon's path is going to be established, because they are actually not controlling, but watching over your dragon eye, your dragon circle. They are watching over it to protect it and to connect with it and to charge it with energy, because it's about your dragon god is actually very important to know, because you have to know what kind of gift that you've been given. Every dragon god gives another gift. So the first dragon god that comes to you gives a specific gift to you that can connect to the dragon, that can connect to them, because we and you are one of the only ones who can actually summon the dragon gods simply by just talking to them, by just be there to them. Before I was a draconic Wiccan or a follower of the dragon, I didn't believe in gods. I didn't believe in gods. I thought it was all made up. I actually said how ridiculous that humans actually believe in gods. I mean, whenever I die, it's just over, and then gods, what are gods? Man-made, I believed. But then I went on the dragon's path, draconic Wicca, and that is the thing. Actually, I never said this to anyone in the first years, because I felt shame. I felt shame because I met Tiamat. I felt shame because I have the dragon by my side. But there is no shame actually about it. There is no shame. Why should you? Why should I? Why should we all? The dragon gods, You know, this is about you and not about people that needs to believe it. We are not building places so that they could believe in dragons. Not at all. Not at all. It's about you and your dragons. You and your god. I mean, you shouldn't call them actually a god. They are more like, yeah, they watch over your dragon circle. They watch over you. They, yeah, the gods are watching over you actually. Are watching over your soul, your spirit, the dragon by your side, your entire dragon eye. That is what they are controlling. That is not controlling, but watching over. This is actually, yeah. And all of these stories, you know, a lot of people actually say, how do you say that that Fafnir used to be a human? He used to be, but in fact, he was born with a dragon soul. He was very much born with. He was born in my eyes like a dragon, and even if the stories say it's not true, but yeah, like I say, I don't believe that the dragon gods are dead. I don't believe in the stories of the dragon gods entirely, because in all of the stories of the dragon gods die. That is how it is. But like I said, gods, what are gods? Immortal. They are immortal. They cannot die. They can be split in two, but that is it. They will put themselves together. It's just, of course, I do believe that Tiamat was laying down on this earth, of course, because everything that we see, everything that we touch, everything that this forest is about, is Tiamat, is her soul that lives inside of it. It's her soul that I can connect with it. That is why I love the forest so much. I love the dragon gods, all of them. I love the fire of Fafnir. I love the wind of Quetzalcoatl. Quetzalcoatl that should be dead. Fafnir that should be dead. Tiamat that should be dead. And Leviathan that should be dead. But like I can say to you, they are very much alive. They are very much by your side. And they are very much with you. And all of these stories is actually changed. A lot of people used to worship them, all of them. They worship them with their life. It was actually a religion. Used to be the dragon's path used to be a religion. Don't make it a religion now. Let it be a spirituality about you and your dragons. But it used to be a religion. But yeah, what do we have to do with pagan religions? To let it die, because another religion needs to be rising. Uh, yeah, like I said, all of the dragon gods should be dead, and yet I can still feel them. I love them. I see them rising again with all of us, all of the people that we are, all of the people that follow the dragon. I can see them rising. I can see them with you. I can see them by your side. So the dragon gods are not dead.